Celebrate 100 episodes. It is only respectable for us to have an extra time period. It's the end of the Premier League season. I don't want to spend too much time on this in the next video, so we're doing it here. Our Premier League team of the season for the 25-26 campaign. Grant, you're going to lead us off here.
Yeah, this is a good one. So I have us set up in a diamond 4-1-2-1-2. In goal, we have David Raya. At right back, Mateus Nunes. I think you could definitely argue Reece James or Timber. Both of those guys missed a good chunk of the season, and I think Nunes been there consistently throughout the year. And at left back, it'll be Nico O'Reilly, a young player of the season, I believe. I think he's City's player of the season. I don't think we need to say much on him there. I do have Arsenal center back pairing, Saliba and Gabriel. Title won on the strength of their defense, so we've got their goalkeeper and both center backs. The midfield, we've got four. At the base of it, I've got Casemiro. I think not only his performance in the middle, but the 9 goals that he gave them, they are in a very different spot without Casemiro this year. Huge player to replace, and I think he belongs in this team of the season. And then my 2 8s, I have Elliot Anderson and Dominic Szoboszlai. Couldn't think of anyone else, unfortunately, to play the 8 now. Anderson's going to go for a boatload of money. I think his best position is probably going to be as an 8 box to box. We saw towards the end of the season his ability in the final third and his goal scoring. And then Szoboszlai, I think Liverpool are below us without him. So he absolutely deserves a shout. He's played multiple positions. He's played right wing. He's played in the double pivot. He's played as a 10. He's played at right back. So testament to him. And then Bruno Fernandes at the 10. We did a whole segment on him, but not much needs to be said there. And then up top, I've got the fierce strike pair of Igor Thiago and Erling Haaland. 20-plus goals in the league for the both of them. No one else did it, so we're going to be scoring with Bruno creating chances.
You know what? I was shocked that you put Casemiro in there. That's the one that really I was.
Look at the goals.
Expecting. Hey, no, look, dude,
I'm did it everywhere for them.
I'm not going to argue the impact. I know what he's had. The United didn't win a lot of games. I think this Brighton game was the first game they won without Casemiro.
Yeah.
So in terms of
with Ugarte instead of him, let alone the goals, I mean, the impact he's had on this team, that's kind of what I base my team off of, is where is the team that they play on without them? And for, I think, most of my team, it's a very dark place.
Agreed. I like it. Mila, you're going to go next. Do you have the 4-1-2-1-2 set up as well, or are you going with the 4-3-3?
No, I'm not a sicko. It's a 4-3-3.
All right. So Mila, your Premier League.
I'm going to be honest. The back line is virtually the same. I've been ranting about Nunes and O'Reilly all year. Raya kept them, I think, in this competition many a times. When they broke down defensively, he made the big saves. I'm taking out Gabriel, though. I'm putting in Saliba. I think some of the stuff I saw at the end of the season really convinced me to throw Saliba in over Gabriel. Whether it just be shot stopping, physicality on some of the better forwards in the league. I'm gonna throw in Guehi. I know I went into him a lot about the Everton thing. I still do think that was a major blunder on the season, but he was the most consistent center back, I think, throughout the season. Especially once he came to City, he kind of shored everything up. For the 6, I wanted to put Rodri. I still think I'm going to put Rodri. The thing is, he only played 1,500 minutes. But we only lost one game where he played. So I think his impact speaks enough, whether it be the past or present. When he's in the squad, we tend not to lose a game. When he's out the squad, 2-1 Villa, 2-0 United, Tottenham. I think the statistics show enough to see why I would put him in there. I do think Casemiro is a great shot, though. But I am a little biased, obviously. I'm going to put Anderson at the 8, like Grant did. And then next to him, or with them, I guess, it would be more of a 10. It's got to be Bruno, I think. We've talked about him enough on this episode. He did fantastic things this season and just blew every other creator out the water. Left wing, putting Jeremy Doku. Speaking of chances created that were not completed at the end of it, Jeremy Doku was another one of those guys where he absolutely created a chance every time he dribbled at 1, 2, 3, 4 guys on the left wing. Added the goals towards the end. Striker, Holland, obviously. Right wing. It feels weird not saying Semenyo to me because he matched his numbers he beat his numbers at Bournemouth. So in a season that he was tearing up the league at Bournemouth, he came to a new team and basically doubled his numbers. And we wouldn't even be in this title conversation towards the end of it. This title would have been over a while ago without him. So I think a lot of my selection lies heavily upon that, including Gahey and Semenyo. But I do think that he played the better football this season also. So I'm sticking to my gun.
Is that 7 City guys on your team of the season?
Sounds like
That is a lot of City players, but I guess you guys finished in second, so
finished in second.
And won two trophies, I guess, yeah.
And Rodri played 1,500 minutes this season. Arsenal fans would be telling you that we should have won the league if Rodri played more minutes. So I'm gonna resort to their ideology.
Yeah, let's do
Rodri
their cup. If. All right. Well, here's my 25-26 Premier League team of the season. Starting in net, David Raya. We all said it. He was the best keeper this season. They had 17 clean sheets. Yeah, it's pretty good. Right back, I went with you guys as well. Nunez has been the best story, I think, in the Premier League for a player that just wasn't considered very good under Pep, turned into the best right back in the league. I went with the partnership of Gabriel and Saliba. There are 4 players that I think won them the league this season, and those 2 being their rock were the reason why they're going to end up winning, or they ended up winning the league and potentially could win a Champions League. And honestly, I know I don't like the Gabriel flopping stuff. He's still probably in the conversation for top 3 center back in the world right now.
Top 3 floppers in the world.
Left back, I also went with Nico O'Reilly, young player of the year, but also I can't believe how good he is as a left back. I know that he's supposed to be slated as a midfielder, and maybe under Enzo he will be, but super fun watch. I thought City, through a couple of really trying times, leaned on the youngest player in their squad for a lot of the games, and he was that. In the 6, I'm going to go with Elliot Anderson. Best player outside of Bruno Fernandes for me this season. Very similar to Bruno last season, where they were so bad that it's going to get kind of bottled down to where they finished in the league. But look, they almost made a Europa League final, and he's going to be the next 100 million pound midfielder. Next to him, I have Declan Rice. I think in terms of the portions of the game that I don't like about the Premier League, he fits that very well, but also he was the mentality that kept them churning through a lot of the difficult portions of their season. And when they lost to City, he was the only person, while it may have been performative or not, he seems to be the heart and soul of that team. And he was their most consistent player all season. I just think that he deserves to be in this, and he's going to be in the top 3 for the PFA. It felt weird not having him in my team of the season.
Felt liberating.
Hey, I bet it did. In the 10, it's Bruno Fernandes. He's the player of the season. He's the PFA player of the season. He's the media player of the season. He's going to clean sweep that award. He was the best player in the Premier League, in my opinion. And he broke a record that hasn't been broken in a long time. Left wing, I have Jeremy Doku. I thought he was the most enjoyable player to watch this season, but also that back end, his heat check to keep City in that title race, unfucking real to watch. And I don't really think the left wing position was that great this season. Kind of similar to last year. We put Cunha in our combined one. This feels very similar. Doku wasn't maybe the best player all season, but his peak was by far the highest at the left wing position. And next year is going to be really exciting if he can stay healthy. Right wing, I have Semenyo, 17-4. He also is single-handedly a part of the reason that City were in the title race, but also big reason why Bournemouth didn't finish way lower and got Europe. Like the first half of the season, it was like, wow, Semenyo might be the PFA Player of the Year. And then he went to City, and it becomes more of a competition with other players in terms of there's so much talent around him. But also Holland was in a dry sprout, and then Semenyo came in and was crucial to 2 trophies, and he deserves his plaudits there.
Did you see Semenyo talking about how he might have been the problem at Bournemouth? Because
No.
their record after he left was actually like really impressive.
I think 18 straight unbeaten.
Yeah, maybe he was the problem. Maybe. That's pretty funny, honestly. I didn't hear him say that. That's a good quote. And then the 9 is Holland. I will not give Igor Thiago his flowers. No, I'm kidding. He had a great season. He had a great season, and Brentford deserved to be where they're at because he was so good. Just feels like a flash in the pan. And Holland, he should be in the conversation for PFA Player of the Year. He was that fucking good, and it just gets
had
bogged
almost
down.
double digits assists.
I think he definitely finished with the most goal and assist contributions in the league.
For sure.
He just sets the bar so high for him.
Open play assists in the league.
Yeah, he's no. That's one indicative of the league, and 2 very impressive from a Holland standpoint.